The 2008 deer season was a little different than most years, but I still wanted to share how it all went. November 19th. I am right now negotiating Miami traffic, heading back up to Wichita, Kansas to hunt whitetails for a couple days with Kyle. He's been hitting it pretty hard this year. Hasn't gotten one yet, but I haven't been doing much other than spearfishing, so we're gonna see. Hopefully we can find a buck. If not, no biggie. I was able to make it out of South Florida without being shot at. The next morning found myself back in a Kansas tree stand. A little late as usual. Got in the stand finally. Got in a little late. A little cold. A little wet, but go ahead and rattle, see if we can start things up. Since I left Kansas, my time available to deer hunt has gone from 3 months to 5 days. Still, we're hunting in late November during my favorite point of the year, which is the rut. Without wasting any time, we started rattling. In Kansas in November, rattling means the biggest pair of horns you've got, banging them together as loud as you can. And it wasn't long before we heard that magical sound that all hunters love, deer hooves running through fallen leaves. This first little buck came in pretty eagerly, and it always amazes me how even with those big horns, even the smallest bucks will come into them. It's a deer at least. This next little buck got within 10 yards of us while I was rattling before we even saw him. The rest of the morning we had a couple more does come in, but nothing else in terms of buck activity. Although it is legal in Kansas, we choose not to hunt over bait, relying on scouting, rattling, calling, and a lot of luck to see deer. After not seeing a thing for the second half of the morning, we decided we'd stay until noon, then go to a different property for the afternoon. At 11:45 though, Kyle spotted this hot doe running our direction. A few seconds later, we saw that the shooter buck was on her heels. The doe led the buck 30 yards from us but didn't give us a shot. But 5 minutes later, a second 10-point came along, trailing the same doe. Apparently I don't grunt loud enough.